Well, a very good afternoon. The multi-party coalition agreement has been signed by certain parties in Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. And one thing that came out from the press briefing is that they all want to make a difference. They want to root out corruption. They want to ensure they bring stability back into this metro. I'm joined this morning by the leader of the DA, the UDM, the AIM, and also ACDP. Let's first talk to the DA leader, John Steenhuisen, who was leading the press conference this afternoon. John, we've seen coalitions in the metro work and not work. Is there a binding contract with this coalition to ensure that come 8 months, you guys are not disassembled again?
Well, I think that the parties have committed to bringing stability to Nelson Mandela Bay, which has been absent for a long time. And I think that parties that walk away from the coalition or try and sabotage the coalition are going to attract a lot of frustration and anger from the people of Nelson Mandela Bay, who are just looking to have stability and a government that's going to deliver services and deal with the crisis of water, corruption, maladministration and poor service delivery. I'm very excited about this coalition because it brings together people of integrity and people who we believe have the best interests of the people of Nelson Mandela Bay. None of the parties here are trying to find an opportunity to make themselves wealthy. They want to get the Bay working again, and they want a municipality that works for the people.
Mr. Menta, you were part of the coalition now that you guys are trying to remove. Why now come to this coalition? What are you going to do better now that you didn't do then?
Well, I've worked with the DA before, I've worked with ACDP. One thing for sure, they are transparent and they have the interest of residents of Nelson Mandela at heart. That's what we are saying. We are saying let's put back the dignity of our residents, and we want to put services to them. We want to keep the city running, and we want to clean out corruption in the city. So we want service delivery. That's the only thing that brings us together. It's service delivery to our people.
There was Lamentes you do in saying that they want service delivery. Now talk to ACDP, who from the word go have been very much passionate about service delivery, rooting out corruption. In your talk, when you spoke about the importance of ensuring that services go to the people, is that one of the pillars of the ACDP as you now join this agreement?
Well, I think clearly if one looks at the outcomes of the Auditor General's report with regards to municipalities, one of the outstanding features in those reports has been a lack of service delivery, and in particular poor maintenance and infrastructure development. Some 2%, if less than that, is being spent by municipalities in terms of infrastructure development. And so we see service delivery, or the lack of service delivery, as one of the key features of the ACDP. And clearly right here in Nelson Mandela Bay, the crises that you see in terms of water, the crises that you see with political instability impacts service delivery. And the ACDP, as one of the strong partners within the coalition agreements across the country, foregrounds service delivery as what the ACDP positions and what our councillors within the coalition agreements will certainly foreground. It is about service delivery. The people in Nelson Mandela are tired of failed promises, and our commitment is to ensure that service delivery gets to the people on the ground.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kusa Jack, a few months we talked to you and you had joined the then ANC coalition, and in your talk this morning you spoke about how what started off as a good coalition ended up being about positions and power and forgetting the people. You are now going to be allegedly that you're going to be the deputy mayor. What are you going to do differently now that you saw as errors in the first coalition to improve the lives of people here in the metro?
As you know, Lerato, we started off on a good footing in that coalition, and of course we were given the mayor, and where I moved from, I moved on the basis that the mayor was going to be supported, and I supported until the mayor actually was forced to reject the support that I was giving to her. We were supporting her, not only myself, all of us. But when things happened on the 16th of March, then the mayor immediately walked away from us and started really the mayor to abdicate her role and to give it over to the other person. As a result of that, things started to fall apart. And from that moment onward, there is no sign that ever things could get right. No ANC leaders from the top were interested. They were all involved in these conferences of theirs and workshops and everything. They never care what was happening. Contrary to these people that we are getting into a coalition with now, from the beginning, they have got involved for full 4 months with their top leadership, going step by step in the way of rebuilding the metro, working on a plan that will make sure that water runs in the tap, that all these kinds of things that are happening that are crippling the metro are sorted out. So our job is going to be simple now. It's going to be just to make sure that we implement what we can and what is within our mandate. And I think that in that environment, I will, no matter what position I have, I could be, who knows, I could be the sweep, I could be anything. I will demonstrate that I will do the best I can do. But to be blocked from doing what you do, people are jealous that you do this. No, it's not a comfortable thing. Even for their own people, let alone that they do for other parties, they do to their own MMCs. They want to check them that they mustn't run too front. They want to pull them back.
Mr. Jack, thank you so much. Well, that was AIM leader Kosta Jack, who is allegedly going to be the deputy mayor in the newly formed coalition in the metro, and he was just speaking about the importance of the coalition that has just been signed this afternoon, saying that what's going to be important for this newly formed coalition, multi-party coalition government, is ensuring that services go to the people, rooting out corruption, ensuring there's jobs for the people, and whether or not this coalition is going to work or not, I guess only time is going to tell. But for now, let's go back to the studio.